Berlin, oh Berlin, a city of history, a city of art, a city of disappointment. Wait, what? How can a city so rich in culture and history leave some visitors feeling underwhelmed? That's not what we were told. We were promised a vibrant metropolis, a place where history and modernity blend seamlessly. We've all heard the hype. Berlin is amazing. Berlin is so cool. It's the city that never sleeps, with its eclectic nightlife and cutting-edge art scene. Berlin is the new Paris, or so they say, a city of romance, charm, and endless possibilities. But lately a different tune is starting to emerge, a tune of discontent from tourists who didn't quite find what they were looking for. What's going on? Why are some visitors leaving Berlin with a sense of disappointment? Is Berlin all it's cracked up to be? Or is there a gap between expectation and reality? The internet, as always, is a treasure trove of unfiltered opinions. One TripAdvisor review lamented, "Berlin was just okay." Another review echoed similar sentiments, saying it was nothing special. Ouch. Nothing special. Ouch. These reviews are a stark contrast to the glowing recommendations we often hear. Another disgruntled traveler wrote, "I expected more from Berlin. It felt a bit rough around the edges. It felt a bit rough around the edges. The city's gritty charm isn't for everyone, it seems." Okay, so maybe not everyone is charmed by Berlin's grittiness. But these are just a few voices in a sea of opinions, right? But these are just a few voices in a sea of opinions, right? Well, let's dive deeper. It seems there are some common threads in these negative reviews, pointing to potential areas where Berlin might not be living up to its hype. From transportation woes to culinary disappointments, let's unpack the reasons why some tourists are giving Berlin the side eye. From transportation woes to culinary disappointments, let's unpack the reasons why some tourists are giving Berlin the side eye. Is it the city's sprawling nature, making it hard to navigate? Or perhaps the culinary scene that doesn't quite match up to other European capitals? Let's find out. First up, let's talk transport. Berlin's public transport system, while generally efficient, seems to be a source of frustration for some visitors.
One bewildered tourist wrote, "The U-Bahn is a maze. I felt like I was in a labyrinth with no way out. I got lost so many times it was almost comical. I had to ask for directions at least 5 times in one day."
Another complained about the lack of clear signage and announcements, saying it was like trying to decipher a foreign language without a dictionary. They felt like they were playing a high-stakes game of charades just to figure out which train to take, and it was exhausting.
And don't even get me started on the ticket machines. Those things require a PhD in engineering to operate. The interface is so complicated it feels like you're solving a puzzle. One reviewer simply wrote, "Ticket machines from hell." It's a sentiment many seem to share. Short, sweet, and to the point. The frustration is palpable. Look, I get it. You've just arrived in a new city. You're jet-lagged, and all you want to do is get to your hotel and collapse. The last thing you need is a public transport system that feels like an escape room. But with a little patience and maybe some help from a friendly local, you'll get the hang of it. Remember, every city has its quirks, and Berlin is no different. Embrace the adventure, and soon enough you'll be navigating the U-Bahn like a pro. Next, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the currywurst on the plate. While Berlin has a vibrant and diverse food scene, some tourists seem to find it lacking in variety and finesse.
One review lamented, "Everywhere we went, it was currywurst, currywurst, currywurst. Don't they have anything else?"
Another reviewer, while acknowledging the city's affordability, noted, "The food was cheap, but it wasn't great. I had better meals at gas stations back home." Ouch, that's got a sting.
Look, I'm not a food critic, but I can understand the disappointment of traveling to a new city and not having your taste buds blown away. Beyond the practicalities of transportation and food, there's a deeper layer to explore in Berlin. Some tourists seem to struggle with the overall atmosphere of Berlin, finding it hard to connect with the city's unique vibe. They come expecting a vibrant, buzzing metropolis, filled with energy and excitement at every corner, but instead find a city that feels, well, a bit subdued, especially during the quieter hours.
One reviewer wrote, "Berlin felt kind of cold and impersonal. The city seemed distant, and the people hurried, not as welcoming as I had hoped." Another visitor mentioned, "It wasn't as welcoming as I expected, almost like the city was keeping me at arm's length."
Another noted, I expected Berlin to be more edgy and exciting, full of life and surprises, but it felt a bit too relaxed, almost sleepy, like it was taking a nap when I wanted to explore. This sense of disconnect between expectation and reality seems to be a recurring theme in negative reviews, leaving many feeling puzzled. It's like going to a party expecting a rave and finding a book club instead, a stark contrast to what was anticipated. Not bad necessarily, just not what you signed up for. Berlin's charm is subtle, and it takes time to truly appreciate its unique rhythm and pulse.